Is up, everybody? It's your girl Gigi, the Master Manifester, and I am back with another video. All right. I've already shuffled the cards. I'm gonna give my client some time to come in. Hopefully she's in here so we can go ahead and get started. I have another reading at 9. Let's see. Alrighty. Let's see. Hey, Butterfly, I just saw what you put in the dream channel with the dream that you had. Them dreams be crazy, don't they? Like, where did that be coming from? So I'm gonna give resilience like a good 5 minutes, well not 5, so probably about 8, 10. If she's not on here, I'll just go ahead and start with yours. Alrighty, I already shuffled my cards, already prayed over the cards, called on the positive ancestors, so we're good to go. Alright, my client is here. Hey Resilience, how you doing? How you feeling? Make sure y'all like this video as you join the chat. How's the sound? Butterfly, you've been in here the longest, so how's the sound? Do you hear like a buzzing noise? Or is it clear? How's it going? Sounds clear to you, so no fuzzing? When I looked at the last reading, well, I was having issues with the connection. It was going in and out. But then when I went back and watched, I was like, it's that same fuzzy noise that used to always happen before I got my mic. So if it's fuzzing, y'all let me know. Okay. Alright, so I'm about ready to get started. I'm trying to see how my client is doing first. But her question, she wants to know how can she make better financial decisions for her long-term success. Alright, she's good. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get straight into it. This is your first time watching my videos, pay attention to the lyrics and the music. That's going to be a good indication of what spirit is saying, as well as the energy that they are portraying.
Let me show you how to do stuff for me. Actually, my department uses Monday.com, so I'm good. Work next.
Alright. So she wants to know basically how she can better her financial situation for long-term success. So I think that's a really good question. So I'm already picking up on the energy, honestly, with the cards I was seeing. All right. So first, what I want to do is see is there an ancestor who wants to step forward to give this message. All right, Spirit. Is there any positive ancestors in her bloodline that want to step forward and give her a message into her finances? Only a few cards. All right. Here's the Spirit. 35, 25 to 35 years old, or passed away at that age. Who's stepping forward for her? Whoa. Card two on the flow. French ancestry. So you have some ancestors in Louisiana, French speaking. Says some Louisianians who speak French may have direct French ancestry from families that immigrated to Louisiana in the 18th and 19th century. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and then the Cajun ancestry is coming up. All right. So Spirit is screaming. So I'm gonna just pull these cards out. Okay. So Miss Imogene is coming out. Um. So I'm picking up the Cajun ancestry, but I'm not about to read all of these cards. So I'm just gonna tell you what these cards say that came upright. Wait, so this is your granny. So how old are you, Brazilians? Because I think the age is talking about you, not her. Because this granny is stepping forward, which I knew she would. With what's going on with you? Okay. So she's saying that you're afraid to address your childhood traumas. 27. Wow. 28. So yeah, she's talking about you. She feels like you're too busy to address the childhood traumas. Like there's not enough. It's like not enough. What is it like momentum to do it? It's like not enough. She just feels like, and I hate to say it like this, but she's just like, you ain't hit rock bottom yet. Like she feel like you gotta really want this to see like a change in life. This is exactly what she's saying, like for real, for real. But she wants you to want this healing and not be afraid of it. But she's basically speaking on like what you're experiencing now. I feel like this is more closely related to your childhood trauma than you realize. So she does want you to reflect a little bit more. Also, you just need to be honest with you. The music's screaming. She said, that's true. That's why I'm hardly in my docs too. I'm busy for real because I want to resign with them. So this makes sense as to like you're trying to create a plan so you can do more. But she just doesn't want you to lose sight of the goal. But she doesn't want you to lose sight of the goal. So let me ask her, Granny, is there anything else? Yeah, so she's bringing up sexual trauma, sexual abuse indicated, retreat to nature, the water is coming up, distorted realities, therapy, no sense of self, denial, abuse, trauma bonds, codependent, broken spirit, nobody protected you. So she's just speaking on your childhood, and she's saying like you have to be mindful of the things that you went through. It's like when you're busy and it's like you're in the thick of something, like you're going through something, it's hard for you to like really be present for yourself and for your inner child because of everything that's going on with you. Okay? The song is saying that was your final warning. So this is almost like, it seems like this would be like a repeating message. Like something she's already said to you. But this spirit is nearly forgotten. And I think I've told you that before about her. You hear the song Not Right Now, I'm Busy? So the granny has been trying to come through for you. Um, but there's no, I don't want to say there's no communication. But this granny feels like there has to be more of the honoring her so she can get through. Okay? So it's not that she can't get through. I just don't think that her energy is in the best place at the time, which I've seen that sometimes the spirits are mirroring us. So if we're not good, they're not good. You know what I'm saying? And you have to think too with like how we honor our ancestors and things. When we leave them food and water, that helps elevate them. You know, when we talk about their life and we tell their stories and things like that, that elevates them and it elevates their frequency and it strengthens the connection between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. So basically what Granny is saying is she feels like your sexual trauma needs to be addressed. There is some fear. I'm seeing fear. I'm seeing the word fear. I'm seeing the word anger and frustration. Is what's coming up. And she just feels like you're too young to be, she's saying too young to be taking on so much. So she wants you to find, let's see what he's saying, yourself. She wants you to find yourself. Like you can never be too busy for you. Okay? This is what she's saying. Never be too busy for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the question of asking her about the financial. I just don't think that that can fully come through until you are fully tapped into what she's saying. Does that make sense? Because it's like, okay, you might get the money or you might get the opportunity, but if the mentality hasn't changed, then you're going to end up in the same situation. And this is exactly what she's saying. And she's telling me she's not trying to hurt your feelings. She's just being honest. She's just being honest. Like, you know, it just needs to be more of a connection with you and your ancestors, okay? Especially when it comes to motherhood, which she's already shared this with you. When it comes to motherhood, you got to be very mindful of the energies around you, and you have to be very mindful of the energy of your grandmother, okay? So she's basically saying like she's like a protector of your child, she's a protector of you, and she's a protector over your mind. So if you're not connecting with her, where is the protection for you? Where's the protection for your son? Where's the protection for your mind? There's nothing there. So this is almost like, seems a little frustrating. Um, she said it makes sense more now. But she wants there to be more consistency of talking to her, leaving offerings. Now the offerings don't, if you don't have food and stuff to give, you don't have to give that. You can leave a shot of something. Brown liquor is good. You can leave a shot of coffee. This is something you can do like when you're getting up, getting ready. Okay, y'all, so my live definitely cut out, but I'm happy it came back. So she said, I leave offering, I give tobacco, white rum, and so forth. So this granny here, is that what she asked for? I would say it's not necessarily the offering that she wants, it's the communication. So are you sitting and talking? Are you creating an altar space? Even if you're not in the space that you want to be right now, use what you have. She wants you to have more of a connection to her. So I'm seeing like the communicating via downloads. I'm seeing you receiving messages from her through like symbols, visions, spirit encounters. So this is like through dreams and things like that. But she doesn't feel like the connection as far as the talking, because his last song was saying, "Call me in the morning, call me in the morning, call me in the morning." So it's like I think that's what she's speaking on. It's not necessarily the, I didn't sit and talk with her, but in my dreams she does. So she comes through in the dreams. So I think she would like to be able to come through more frequently and give help more, but there has to be a communication. You have to use your throat chakra. That is so important. And she's just saying with prayers, affirmations, mirror magic, um, and even meditation. So she wants you to connect with her through the meditation. So she feels like you gotta slow down on the busyness. So I do want to ask her, does she feel does she want you to leave your job? Um, I want to ask her a question before I move on to like what you're asking. So do you have something that you want to ask about the job or anything specific? Hey, Annabelle. Hey, love. I'm sorry. I'm like having emergency. Everything's okay now. Okay. I'm glad everything's better. So when it comes to the nearly forgotten spirit, it's like that weakens the connection. That weakens the connection, okay? So it's like you're talking to her. You're talking to, even talking to your son about her. Hell, he might not be listening, but that alone within itself holds a lot of power. And by you calling on her name, you're calling on her spirit. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know y'all can hear me. Um, by you calling on her name, you're calling on her spirit and her energy, which she can come through when you call on her. Okay, so that's important. The using your voice. Okay. Oh, resilience! I'm gonna actually send you some bangles too, because the ones I ordered they were like too small for my wrist. So I'll send those when I send your nail stuff. Okay. Um. Thank you, Annabelle. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. So you want to know? Ask about my job or my son's school. Okay, that's a good question. Let me ask. Granny, I could use the pendulum. Let me use the pendulum. So what do you want to know about your son's school? Who did it? Like, did they do it? Who did it? Let me ask, did the teacher did it? Did the teacher do it? And I'm gonna ask you to fall. Okay? Because once we narrow it down to what it could be, we can get more insight. All right, Miss Imogene, give us insights into what happened with her son at school. So let me ask you, did the teacher have something to do with, well, I'm not even gonna say that. Did the teacher bring harm to him, like hurt his eye? Did the teacher hurt his knee? I think the teacher is innocent, but it happened under her caught. Let me ask, did the teacher have anything to do with his bruises? Like, did she do anything malicious? So, I'm getting rephrase. It's going like this. Rephrase. So let me ask, does the teacher know what happened to her son? Yes or no? Yeah, so she does know. She does know. Let me ask, did she do it? Was she the one that did it? No, she didn't do it. So the teacher didn't do it. So did he fall? Yes or no, Granny? Did he just fall and hurt himself? Rephrase. Okay. Let me ask. Granny, did he harm himself just playing or roughhousing? Did he harm himself? That's still giving me rephrase. Still giving me rephrase. Let me see. Let me ask. So did the teacher have any ill intentions? Because no, she didn't do it. So scared of saying she didn't do it. Let me see. And she keeps saying rephrase it. How else can I say it, Granny? All right. Let me just ask. Should you take him out of that school? Should she take him out of that school? Yes or no? Yeah. She says yes. That's a clear yes. Okay. So she does want you to remove him out of that school. So let me ask. Let me ask her. Does she want you to go to the U.S.? Does she want you and him to be in the U.S.? Granny, do you want her and her son in the U.S.? Yes or no? No. She said no. Damn. She says no. Granny don't want you in the U.S. Hmm. Okay. Um. Is her son being bullied at school, Granny? Yes or no? Is he being bullied at school? No. He's not being bullied. Let me ask, is his behavior getting him in trouble at school? Yes or no? Is his behavior what's causing him harm and getting him in trouble at school? Yes. So it's his behavior. Granny, let me ask you, does she need to test him for learning disabilities or autism? Does she need to test him for learning disabilities or autism? Yes or no? Maybe. She says maybe. Yeah. She feels you maybe should. It would be worth trying, okay? The last thing I'm gonna ask, should you try to see if he can should she as in you because but should you let me see. Should you try to see if he can stay with his dad for a while? Is that something that you should pursue? Should you try to see if he can stay with his dad for a while? She says no. So Granny, do you want her son to stay with her? Yes or no? Give it to us raw, Granny. Yes or no? Should her son stay with her at all times? Rephrase. Granny, would you like her son to stay within her care? Yes or no? If it's going like this in circles, Granny, let me know. Should her son stay with her? Yeah, he should. She feels like he needs to stay with you. The song screaming, living in a hateful world. Song is screaming. Well, that's our answers right there. Now that you know that, so I do want to ask one more thing. So with the whole U.S. thing, so I think that could just be the timing. Um, now's not the time. Is what she feels about. Okay, thank you, Granny. Wow, that was a lot. I really like using the pendulum because it's straight to the fucking point. Like I feel like sometimes with the cards it could go either way. But Granny wants me to. She's saying stay strong, my baby. Stay strong, my baby. I'm hearing her say that in a different way, but that's what it means. She wants you to stay strong. She says you can do it. You can do many things. She's saying the scripture, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So she wants you to always, like, she's bringing up the roots. You definitely are Gullah. This keeps coming up for you. The other card came out as well. I didn't read it, but what she's saying, she wants you to, wait, what was I saying? So I lost my train of thought. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So she wants you to, look, fasting and praying. She wants you to do more of that. Fast and pray. This keeps low vibrations away from you, okay? Because I'm also seeing like ghosts in your home. So I think there are some low vibrational energies around you that need to be released because that starts to affect your mentality. You know what I'm saying? Because if these spirits are low vibrational and they're in your energy, they're sucking up the life force, okay? And that's not. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I forgot to turn it back now. My apologies. Um. So the low vibration. So there are. I'm seeing like a ghost stuck in the earthly realm. So this. I'm not seeing Granny being this ghost, but I'm seeing like a low vibrational spirit that is around and it's just kind of like sucking up the life force around you. So it's like any energy that you would have is kind of like it's being drained from you, as well as you always being busy. So you're gonna have to get on a schedule when it comes to your healing. Okay, this cannot just be sporadic. This can't just be every blue moon meditating, every blue moon fasting, every blue moon praying, or praying when just something is wrong. So she wants you to just understand that there's power in your prayers. There's also power within the group. She wants you to understand that. Two is better than one. That's the scripture she's giving me now. Two is better than one because they have a return on their investment, something like that. He says. So she wants you to be mindful of the energies that are around you, the energies that you're bringing home with you. So you know how I was telling you, you got to cleanse your son before he comes in the house. She's saying you got to cleanse yourself before you come in the house as well. Because I think that this ghost that's around is not like an ancestor. I cannot feel like this being somebody that you know. This is like a spirit that is lingering, so to speak, lingering around. Okay, so this is why you have to. This is why we gotta cleanse. Like it's not optional. Like this is one of the biggest lessons I had to learn on my journey. Cleansing is so important. So important. Okay? Cleansing is important for your mind. It's important for your space. Like because you can feel the energy and the frequency when you don't cleanse. It feels low vibrational. And also you'll notice things going on with yourself when you don't cleanse on the regular. Okay? Like it'll start to affect. What is this? Is this the flame reflector? Oh, the flame reflecting off my cards. Because I was about to say, what is that? The flame is just dancing. Yeah, so this would explain. This explains what's going on. Okay. I'm so sorry, y'all, that this is so loud.
I became interested in music when I needed to pay one of my business vendors.
Yeah, we're definitely all praying for you. But I've been there as well. I've let in. I'm not gonna say let in low vibrational spirits, but like I told y'all this before. But like when I was first starting out, like I opened up a portal, so to speak, and didn't properly close it when I was done speaking to my spirits. And I kid you not, I was up for like 5, 6 days straight. Like couldn't sleep. And that same night, I had a dream like of a spirit encounter. So it was weird because I felt like it could have went a lot worse. But that's when I realized the power of cleansing because I could not sleep for days. Like I don't want to call it tormented, but I felt like I could not sleep. I was fucking terrified. So you gotta be really mindful when it comes to these spirits. hear me fine now? All right, so let's go ahead and move on. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and answer your question. I'm so happy Granny stepped forward for you, though, because she's so loving. Granny is so loving, so wise, so wise. Like, seriously, she's a big protector for you. So I will have to cleanse again and burn out the house. Yeah, you gotta cleanse. Like, this is like a every week thing. And then when you walk around your house, you gotta say a scripture. Or you have to say some type of affirmation. You can't just cleanse. You have to literally use your voice. Like, there's so much power in our voices. Whether we're singing, whether we're chanting something, whether we're, saying a prayer or a scripture, there's so much power. And this is another reason why we have to exercise that throat chakra, because we have to be able to speak over our own situations. You know what I'm saying? We can't expect somebody to do that for us. Like, we have to use our own voice, because that's how we fight off low vibrations. Like, using our own voice. Like, it's the same thing with sexual trauma. It's like, if you don't speak about your trauma, it'll literally bury you alive. Like, it will come up in so many different ways. And it's like, when you just finally release and just accept what happened, it's like you can heal, and it's like you can be lighter. But the sexual trauma is definitely coming up still. So that's something we need to continue working on. There's more to you than they could ever see. All right. So moving on to my next question. Turn this music back down. So the next question, well, not even next question, the main question that she wants to know: how can she make better financial decisions for her long-term success? Let's see. Annova said, our mental health is so important on this journey. Frustration, disappointment, impatience, any negative emotions can make it difficult. Yeah, and anything, those are low vibrations. Like, certain things are low vibrations. Like, even if we're not trying to be that way, or like sometimes we take on other people's energy, and that's exactly what Granny was saying. You have to cleanse yourself before you even come in your house. Like, it's that serious. Like, you gotta cleanse your son, you gotta cleanse yourself. So I kind of, if I was you, I'm kind of getting hot foot powder vibes. Wait, because Granny told you this in the first reading. She gave you a recipe for hot foot powder. That's what you need to do. And when you pray over it before you put it down, you want to make sure you say, people and spirits cannot step through this door that don't have my best interest at heart, or whatever the case may be. Like, there has to be some type of barrier between your home and the outside world, okay? So does that make sense? Has to be a barrier, because it's no type of anything keeping these spirits away. So it's really more about, that's why I'm saying the cleansing, because you're cleansing yourself, but it's like if you're going out every day, you're picking up and absorbing other things as well. That's also empath energy. Okay? So, Granny, how can she make better financial decisions for her future? Sacrifice. She's saying, sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do for, what she's saying. It's like some type of saying that she's saying, but I can't make it out. But she's just saying that there will be better days. Better days are coming, okay? Better days are coming, because I'm seeing the rainbow. But this card always gives me motherhood, okay? So you're making these sacrifices now, but they're not in vain, for sure, okay? Like you're making these sacrifices, so even with the job, I can see you leaving that job so you can get your mental peace back, okay? Granny, let me ask her this. Granny, did I already ask, should you leave the job? Did I ask the pendulum? Let me know. How can she create a better financial future for herself? Patience. Patience. You gotta be patient. And this is what she was saying. Don't let your impatience cause you to grow frustrated. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Truth, heartache, and loss. So what you're gonna have to do, you're gonna have to grieve, and you're gonna have to continue healing because you're not ready for the things that. And I'm just being honest. Like I'm being so honest with you because I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. You know, y'all coming to me for this information, so I have to tell y'all the truth. But don't let just because something is delayed doesn't mean it's denied, and that is where faith comes in. You have to have a strong faith, okay? If you want something, it's because you see a vision for your life, and something is pulling you towards that. So never doubt that, but now ain't the time because it's like things that have to be solved and handled where you are. It cannot happen until you have solved what needs to be solved, and what needs to be solved is heartache and loss. So I'm seeing miscarriage, heartache, like literally getting your heart broken, having miscarriage, frustration, anger, confusion, mental confusion. Look, disruption. This is the Tower card. Patience and planning. Girl, do I fucking cap? Patience and planning. Patience and planning. So be patient and also let things fall apart so better things can fall together. That's what the Tower card talks about. But you are going through a Tower moment right now. Okay? And this is a warning for you too. You have to call on your granny. You have to call on her energy, okay? So I haven't asked that yet. Let's see. What I get from this, you should quit the job, but you're gonna have to. What are other ways that you can make money? Like, can you sell? Can you continue selling things and make some money? Because it's almost like you gotta have a game plan, okay? Because the patience and planning gives me, if you're gonna do something, at least have a plan. But she does want you to be able to spend more time with self and with your son, okay? And that's a non-negotiable for her. But one thing about it, when Spirit is telling you this, it's like they're telling you so you can prepare your energy. They're telling you so you can get your affairs in order, and it's also so you can have a better expectation why things are not coming together, or a better idea of why things are not falling through for you. It's because it's not time. And she also wants you to just continue working on your mentality, okay? Because the mind, she's saying the mind is a terrible thing to waste. She got all the because we only got 2 minutes left, and yeah,
Push these niggas off me like, push these bitches off me like, push these niggas off me like, pushing us now.
I'm putting some more cards. It's just about time to get ready to wrap up. So, is there anything else that you would like her to know about her finances? Things that she could do to create a better financial situation for herself. So I see that you're saying she has to be better with planning things. She has to be better with her prayers and having patience and not getting frustrated when things are not going how you want them to go. There's been a lot of things in my life where I'm like, damn, like, is this ever gonna happen? And it's like, sometimes you gotta understand what you asking for is gonna require a lot of responsibility. So it's like when we wanting something, we gotta make sure we ready. Because just because you get something don't mean you're gonna keep it. You know? Yes, Annabelle said I love seeing us explain each other. And I'm glad y'all stood on that. Because y'all was saying y'all gonna make sure to come to each other's readings. Y'all standing on that. Y'all been doing pretty good this year for sure. Alright, anything else you want to say, Granny? We're gonna go ahead and get ready to close out. I don't see her back in here yet, but I'm gonna just assume, she's doing something with her son, which I completely understand. That's the life of a mother. Alright, Granny, anything else you want to say to your granddaughter before we get ready to close out? Do you have any insights for her regarding her financial future? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So she's bringing up anger. Okay, so the light is coming up. So she needs to call on a higher power. And what I get from higher power is her ancestors. This gives me the energy of a meditation with the faint person like in the hands, in the light. This is also solar plexus energy. Well, new beginnings. This is Granny at her frequency all the way. It's like an older woman finding her truth. So Granny wants her to find her truth while she's young. She don't want her to have to get older and have all these scars and, more than she already has. Oh, shit. I'm so sorry, y'all. I have no clue why it's playing so loud today. Like, why it's picking up so... I don't know if I got my computer closer or what, but thank you so much, Anna, for letting me know. I keep forgetting to turn it back down. But this is solar plexus energy. She needs to call on her ancestors so she can bring more light. And this also helps with depression as well, because the light on the crown chakra here. And I was saying that this gives meditation energy with like the faint person within the light, within the hands. So meditations will help. But I'm just seeing there's a need for more mental clarity.
Question.
Also,
would you build a website?
It's good to adjust your expectations. I think that's where divination comes in handy when you're overstimulated and when you don't know where you stand in certain situations. Because I'm seeing like a person getting frustrated because something isn't going how they want it to go or at the timing that they want it to go. So this is what Granny's message is. Because the temptation card talks about anger issues. This is the devil card actually. And this man is like throwing a plate across the room. This always gives me the energy of a person that doesn't have any self-control. So I think that Granny wants her to focus more on again, adjusting her expectations. So I would even say Granny wants her to get more into her divination and trusting her, not voice, but her own vision and her own connection with her ancestors. Okay? That's extremely important. Because sometimes you just gotta pull cards for your damn self. Like, you can't wait until you're reading. Like, sometimes you do want to be able to connect quickly. You know what I'm saying? Because it's no better feeling than being able to do something yourself and it's spot on. So yeah, this is Granny's message. Thank you, Miss Emma G, for stepping forth for your granddaughter. She loves you very, very much. And let me see, is there anything else that I wanted to ask before I get ready to close out? Butterfly, are you in here? So we're going to go ahead and get started with your reading. But I think this is everything. But thank you, Miss Imogen, for stepping forward for your granddaughter. You may go back to the spirit realm. Goodbye. All right. This was your reading, Resilience. I hope you enjoyed it. Good thing, the readings are recorded. Alright, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and close this live, and I'm going to start up my new one, so y'all can go ahead and follow me over there. Resilience, I just finished the reading, so you can catch the replay for the rest of it. I'm going to go ahead and start on the next client, so y'all join me on the next video. Alright, but if you guys would like to join my mentorship or book a personal reading, I will have all my information down below in the description box. If you would like to purchase crystals, crystal jewelry, incense, or any other spiritual products, the link to the website will be down below. Thank you guys for watching. This is Judy the Master Manifester, and I am out.